nutrients need to be living. Synthetic nutrients are not the same. You can have some effect from them, but there's a frequency. What we know is in the cell walls of all our cells, there are semi-liquid crystals in the sense of, and they have frequency. And when you take in whatever you're taking, let's say B vitamins, they have to have a living frequency so they can resonate properly biophotonic energy-wise with the actual frequency of the cell walls and of the cells. In other words, the difference between a living food concentrate and a synthetic is significant because it doesn't resonate with the frequency fully. Now, does that mean if you got a B12 deficiency and you got a shot of B12, you're going to respond? Okay, we're not talking that level. You know, whether it's synthetic or not, cyanocobalamin or not, even though cyano means cyanide, you're still going to get a response. We're talking about long-term chronic use of supplements. Very different than an emergency use. We have to keep that in mind too. So the long-term chronically used supplements that you're using day in and day out need to be food concentrates because they are having the right frequency that will resonate with your organ systems, with your glandular systems, and with your cellular systems, literally. Okay, I mean literally, crystalline frequencies. And that's been worked out probably more over the last 15 years. You know, so that's another principle. It goes back to the same thing. It's still the DDAO herbs, or, you know, herbs without excipients, anything that's synthetic in there, and herbs, and then foods, food concentrates that have it. For example, Radiant C, I mentioned. Radiant C has 120 milligrams of vitamin C. The vitamin C has rutin and hesperin and all these different things, and it's equivalent of that 120 milligrams is equivalent of 1,000 milligrams of a synthetic C. It's about a 10-to-1 ratio, obviously maybe a 9-to-1 ratio, but you get the principle of what I'm saying. You don't need a lot to have a much greater resonant effect. So it isn't just total amount, it's a resonant effect. It's, in a sense, you're feeding the light body of the cells with the light body of the nutrients. So this principle also obviously applies to herbs, but it also applies to supplements as well. So that's, again, a key principle. Again, resonant, feeding the light body, what I call the subtle organizing energy fields, which are the fields that surround the physical structures. That's what we're feeding. It brings more order out of chaos.